If your RV's air conditioner is looking more like Frosty the Snowman, then you might have what we call in the biz a freeze up. Today I'm going to quickly show you how this happens, why it's harmful to your air conditioner, and how you can avoid it. If you don't know me, hi, hello, my name is Emily. I'm a certified RV repair tech, and this is RV Repairwoman. Also, I'm based in Las Vegas, so if you want a tech that knows air conditioners, I got you. So what's the deal with RV air conditioners freezing up all the time, and why does this not seem to happen in residential? Like, if you're coming from a house, I bet you've never had to worry about your air conditioner turning into a block of ice. Well, there are two reasons that an RV air conditioner might freeze up, and everyone thinks it's the first one, but usually it's the second. So we're gonna get the rare first scenario out of the way first. If your freeze up on your air conditioner is happening within the first 15 minutes of you turning on the air conditioner for the first time, then there's a pretty good chance that you have a refrigerant leak, meaning that one of the pipes in your fridge has a leak and the refrigerant is getting out. Unfortunately, and I know this is a little controversial, if you have a refrigerant leak in your air conditioner, I'm recommending you get a new air conditioner. Okay? I talk more about why this is in this video, but the main reason is there isn't a port on these air conditioners to pour more refrigerant in, which means the process of doing so is a little more complicated than just like recharging the air conditioner on your car, for instance. And even if you could easily pour more refrigerant in, that still hasn't solved the underlying leak problem. It's just like pouring water into a bucket that has a hole in it. You're not really getting yourself anywhere. Yes, there are kits out there, so you can do this on your own. Those are illegal for lay people to use because you're just letting refrigerant out into the wild. And then if you wanted to pay a tech to recharge an RV air conditioner, often the time, labor, and effort is just going to equal the cost of a new air conditioner anyway. That's why techs out there are saying get a new air conditioner. It's not because we want to make big money off of ACs. I hate installing new air conditioners. It's a pain in the butt, okay? That all out of the way. RV Repairwoman is saying if you have a leak in your RV's air conditioner, you're looking at a new air conditioner. Luckily, supposedly, leaks account for like less than 1% of RV air conditioner problems. That's at least what I was quoted in school. It's usually a much simpler and easier problem to solve, and everyone just thinks it's a leak, okay? What's much, much more likely is that your freeze up happened within 1 to 4 hours of your air conditioner being turned on for the first time. And if that is the case, then the problem is probably much more easy to solve. You most likely just have an airflow problem of some kind. Either air is getting someplace it shouldn't, which is a problem called short cycling, or air is not moving at all. Airflow problems, much easier to solve than leaks. You want it to be an airflow problem, not a refrigerant leak. They're relatively quick and easy to solve. Here's how. We're gonna look at short cycling first. If you open up your AC's air box, so you take off that main vent, you're going to expose what is called the plenum. Plenum. When you look at your plenum, you should see that it is divided in half by a small wall. The way this should work, if your air conditioner is working properly, is warm air should be sucked up out of your RV on one side. It should then go across the cold fins of your air conditioner to cool down, and then it should come back down as cold air on the other side. We really want these two different types of air to be separate. If cold air is able to immediately cross back over and get sucked back into the air conditioner, then we're going to have cold air going across cold coils, and that's how we get the supercooling that turns your air conditioner into a block of ice. This is the process that's called short cycling. It makes you sound very professional when you use the real lingo. This is the main reason why freeze-ups are such a problem in RVs and less so in residential air conditioners. They do happen sometimes, but it's much less of a problem. And that's because in RVs, the intake and the outtake, if you will, are right next to each other. Whereas if you look in your house, the intake is probably not directly next to an output for the air conditioner, if that makes sense. And so it's much less likely that the intake is just going to start sucking in cold air. But in RVs, because space is tight, Those things are right next to each other, and that's why we have more problems. It sucks, but here we are. The super easy hack to prevent this, number one, make sure that that wall that we talked about is actually there and didn't fall down while you were driving down the road. And then two, just take a look around that wall and make sure that there isn't any holes or spaces where air could get from one side of the wall to the other. If there is, you're just going to go get some of this aluminum foil tape and tape up all of those holes. While you're there, if you see any hole in the plenum that just like leads into the ceiling for no reason, tape that up too. See a hole, tape a hole. This tape can be a little bit tricky to work with your first time, so here's a couple tips. It's this silvery tape. It has a bit of a backing to it. Instead of immediately pulling all of that backing off, which can make the tape immediately roll up on itself and curl up into a ball and then it's a pain in the butt, pull it off like 90% of the way and just leave a little tab. Then go press the tape up in where you want to put it and then pull the backer off the rest of the way. This makes it just a little bit easier to work with. I found this tape a pain in the butt the first time I used it, so I'm just trying to pass my tips on to you. You got this. The other reason you might be getting a freeze up is just due to a lack of airflow in general. If the fan of your air conditioner can't pull the cold air away from your fins fast enough or push the warm air across the fins fast enough, then that's how those fins get too cold and can turn into a block of ice. To look for the reasons why this might be happening for you, we are going to use the FCOD method. Yes, I just made that up on my own. Claps, claps, claps. F stands for filters. Ooh, I think I have one right here. Scooby-Doo, wop, 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 wop. So my filter is just, because I have an old RV, it's just a piece of foam, like this filter foam in a giant square. Yours is probably either like a built-in plastic piece that you can slide in and out, or is a piece of foam like this cut into a cuter shape. I have yet to run into an air conditioner that is like as simple as this. Like my RV is the only place I've seen this. But you should be cleaning or changing out your filters pretty regularly, especially if you live somewhere like here in Vegas where it is very dusty, or you have a lot of animal hair. Both of those are going to clog up those filters really quick. If you have never replaced your filters, it's probably time. You can get either that foam or replacement little trapezoid plastic pieces on Amazon. Super easy. Dirty filters are going to prevent your air conditioner from being able to suck in enough warm air fast enough. Now, look me in the eye. You are not going to just remove the filters willy-nilly, okay? The filters are there for a reason. You may think like, oh, I'm going to increase airflow. It may help you in the short term, but it's going to create a lot of problems in the long term, which brings us to the C of the FCOD method. C is for cleaning your air conditioner. That's good enough for me. I was raised on Sesame Street. If you do not have filters in your air conditioner, your fins of your AC are going to get so dirty so fast. And even with filters, I still recommend cleaning your AC fins at least twice a year. Once at the beginning of the summer, just so you're ready for the season, and then once at the end of most of your RVing for the year as a thank you to your air conditioner for being there for you all season long. This process just takes 1 can of AC cleaner and probably like 10 minutes. I have a cheat sheet in my maintenance guide that's in the description for free if you want to check that out. O stands for open your vents. I know a lot of people, myself included sometimes, like to close up the vents in the living room to try to push more air to the bedroom. Because honestly, that's where you want it to be the nicest, because that's where you're sleeping. But if too many vents are closed, then that's going to keep the air conditioner from being able to get the cold air away from the AC fins fast enough. And that can cause a bunch of freeze-ups. So if this is a problem for you, try opening up some vents. And then finally, D. D stands for ducting. Open up your plenum and just make sure that there's nothing in there preventing the air from making it into the ducting. When I was at RV school, the air conditioner teacher told us about a time that he opened up an AC and just found the whole manual just shoved up there, which is just gonna block airflow completely. And since then, I have had 2 separate people message me saying the same thing had happened to them. So if you've never opened up your plenum, maybe check it out and make sure nothing's hiding in there. Okay, that was FCOD. Filters, clean your air conditioner, open your vents, check your ducting. These are how we're going to prevent freeze-ups. Preventing freeze-ups is super duper important because it makes your air conditioner have to work way harder to try to cool you down. I know you're like, Emily, it's a block of ice, it's super cold, it's gonna make me even colder. Not how it works. Because the fins are now a block of ice, that means air can't make it across the fins, which means that cold air isn't making it down to you. And your air conditioner is just gonna keep running and running and running, trying to get you cold, and it can't even make it, which is just adding more hours that AC has been on and is shortening the lifespan of your air conditioner. So let's keep this from happening in your RV, my friends. Another thing that I would want to look at as a tech, if you are calling me saying that freeze-ups are happening again and again in your RV, is I would really want to look at the freeze sense in your air conditioner. Ooh, I have one. I feel like Martha Stewart. Boop, boop, boop. Here's one I prepared earlier. I don't care what brand of air conditioner you have, Dometic, Coleman Mach, Advent, they all have a freeze sense of some kind. It is, so like this is the control box for a Coleman Mach air conditioner, and then coming off of it, is just this wire looking thing with a bullet at the end. Sometimes the freeze sense looks more like a little clip, but this one is just like a little bullet. Every air conditioner has somewhere the control box and then a wire like this coming out of it. And then this end of the freeze sense is supposed to get shoved into the fins of your air conditioner. The whole idea is that this guy should be detecting if your air conditioner is freezing up and shutting down the air conditioner to prevent it from turning into a big block of ice. So if your air conditioner keeps turning into a block of ice, I would want to figure out why this isn't stopping the AC. So if that's the case, there's two things that might be happening. One, this guy may not be installed at all. I can't tell you how many air conditioners I've opened up, and this guy is just like hanging down in the plenum instead of like inserted into the fins. And of course, he's not going to detect anything if he's not even there. So just go take a look and see if something like this looks like it's just hanging in the bottom of your AC. And if that's the case, take it, shove it into the fins. I would probably look up your brand of air conditioner, make and model, and see where the manufacturer recommends in the fins you put this. Sometimes they want it like close to the edge. Sometimes they want it in the middle. Sometimes close to the compressor, sometimes far. So just look it up. It's usually just like in the middle. And honestly, I would rather it be in the fins in the wrong place than not there at all. So that's the first thing to check. If he was in the fins, but you're still turning into a block of ice all the time, that's when I would want to test your freeze sense to make sure that it's working properly. The way you can do this is just disconnect the freeze sense from the control box, set your multimeter to resistance, and just put one probe on each side of the freeze sense. And then go ahead and take the part that would go into the fins and just shove it into a cup of cold water. If the resistance increases drastically when you put the other end in the cold water, then the freeze sense is probably fine. If it doesn't go up drastically, good chance that your freeze sense is dead. So you should replace that bad boy. Free pro tip here, if your air conditioner won't turn on at all, there's a chance that your freeze sense is stuck open. And the easiest way to test that is just to completely disconnect the freeze sense from the control box and then short the two pins you just disconnected from with some needle nose pliers. If your air conditioner turns on when you do that, that means the sensor was the problem and you should replace it. Bada bing, bada boom. But that was the real quick and dirty on why freeze-ups happen in RVs and how you can prevent them. If you are having other problems with your air conditioner, either it's not turning on or it's turning on but it's not cooling well, check out in the description. I have links to some PDF guides that I have put out that'll walk you through how to test every part of your air conditioner like a pro. They cost way less than what it's going to cost you to have a tech come out and look at your air conditioner for you, and you get to feel like your own pro. So check those out in the description if they sound interesting to you. If you would just like to learn some really quick and easy tips that you can do in and around your RV to help your air conditioner cool you down even more in the summer, check out this video. And in the meantime, this has been RV Repairwoman. You got this.